And now you're looking for revenge. All summer 16, all summer 16, playing dirty, not clean. Oh. Mm. Mm. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. 9 o'clock, all alone, paging you, wishing you come over my place. After a while. Okay, let me stop playing. Okay. Hey y'all. This is my Q&A video. I'm coming back to y'all. I'm back at it again with another video. So I've been asking on Instagram for some questions. I asked again today, so I was like, okay, this is probably as many questions as I'm gonna get. So I'm just gonna make do with the ones that I did get because I feel like there are a decent amount anyway. So I was asking y'all to ask about different things, but y'all mainly want to know about my hair. I mean, that's the only reason why y'all follow me anyway. Just about my hair. But this is good though. It's all right. It's all right. I'm sorry if I keep going in my nose. It's not because I'm digging boogers out of it. I'm not digging for gold. I'm just trying to fix this nose ring. I'm so ready to get a hoop. Like, you don't know how ready I am to get a hoop. I want a hoop. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. My first question. Simone_Locks Life said, what's your thoughts on dyeing your hair? I recently dyed mine and now my hair is so dry. So dry. Okay. My hair was really dry when I first dyed my hair as well. But I feel like I know it's gotten back to what it used to be. When you're dyeing your hair, especially when you're bleaching it, you really have to take care of it. Like, you can't neglect it, and you can't do the same things that you were doing before you dyed it, because you basically broke down your hair. And so it gets brittle. All those chemicals can really get to your hair. It can break it off if you don't take care of it like you're supposed to. So my thoughts on dyeing your hair is, do it, but do it if you have enough discipline. Only if you have enough discipline to take care of it after you do it, because if you don't, it will mess up the integrity of your locks and you will not be happy with them. And that was my goal, was to make sure that I didn't mess up the integrity of my locks, because I am a very impulsive person. So if I don't feel like my hair is doing what I want it to do, I will cut it off. I told y'all in the last video that I almost went Terry Crews on y'all, and I was not playing. Like, I was dead serious. I really will do that to my hair, and I really would sacrifice my hair just to start all over, just to make sure it's healthy. I would. Cause hair ain't nothing but a thing, sweet thing, and it'll grow right on back. Yes, ma'am. I guarantee it will. And it gives you another opportunity to treat it better and treat it, just treat it better, and it'll be healthier the next time around. So yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I think I was talking about healthy hair. Yeah, basically, yeah. All that shebang, shaboom, razzle dazzle, yeah. All right. The next question. How long did it take for your hair? How long did it take for your locks to bud? That's by Gap Tooth Fairy. Hey, girl. Honestly, I think when I started to notice budding, it was about like a month in. And I was so excited. I was like, oh, my hair is budding. Oh, my hair is budding. Like, I was lit. I was like, yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes ma'am, my hair locking, it's budding, it's budding. And I was really thinking it was doing something, but it really wasn't doing nothing for real. I mean, it was budding a little bit, but it wasn't doing what I was wanting it to do in that month. But it's just like, sis, it's only been a month. Be patient. It'll come with time. And I think after about, excuse me, I hiccup all day, every day. I don't know why. But I think after about the 5th month is when I stopped paying attention to what my hair was doing. And I was just kind of like going with the flow, you know. And now here I am, about to be a year into my lock journey. And it's crazy because I just feel like time just flew by when I stopped thinking about it. So like at that 5 month period, like that half mark, I was like, oh, forget this. This is gonna do what it want to do. But at the same time, that was also around the time where my hair actually started to look like locks. So that's probably why I really stopped paying attention to it, because it was at the point that I wanted my hair to be. And so, yeah, look at my hang time. 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 I could put it in a bun. Okay. I got off track real fast. But yeah, once it got to the point I wanted it to be at, I just kind of stopped paying attention to it. And now it's about to be a year. March 8th, 2020. Mark your calendars. It's my lock anniversary. A very important date. You don't want to miss it. Yeah. I'm crazy. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm crazy. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I am not crazy. I am just different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Okay, next question. Little Brownie Locks. This is my home girl. I talk to her a lot. Hey girl. Little Brownie Locks said, where do you get your shells and lock jewelry? Etsy. Those silver things, I think I'm gonna put them back on my hair too, now that I think about it. But those silver little rings that I got, I only wore them once, so I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But those I got from Etsy. The beads, I believe I also got from Etsy. The shells, I think I got from Amazon. Yeah, but probably any of that stuff that I bought, well, not the silver ones though, because those are really different. But just about like the shells and the beads, you can get those from the beauty supply store, girl. Don't, I mean, they weren't expensive or anything, but you can get those from the beauty supply store, your local beauty supply store. Especially the shells, I know for sure. I'm not too sure about the beads because I think I have like different ones. Hold on. This is my bag of jewelry, y'all. So like these right here, I believe I got those from Etsy. And then I bought a few sets of them, like the little ones like this. And then these, Lord have mercy, it's too much going on. These right here is what I put on my hair some months back, and they're like little snakes kinda, but I thought they were really cute and different, so I bought those. I got those off Etsy as well. I think I just looked up, or was it AliExpress? It was either Etsy or AliExpress. I don't remember. Yeah, because I got these, honestly, I got these way before I even started my lock journey. Like I got these when I was faithfully wearing braids and I wanted to embellish my braids. So yeah, that's when I got them. So yeah, they're pretty old, but I mean, they've been holding up. They haven't faded or anything. Like I'm pretty sure it's been at least 2 years since I bought those. And then then the beads like this. I can't remember. It was either Etsy or AliExpress. I just thought about it. That is why I love you so. That is why I love him so. He's so real to me. Oh yeah, this is the different one I was talking about. And then I think it was like a bonus bead or whatever. I don't know. Child, I don't know. Who knows? Okay, next question. Pretty Locked said, what was one of the reasons, the main reasons you wanted to lock your hair? Girl, you want to know the main reason and the only reason? You want me to let you in on a little secret? My daddy made my car alarm go off. I don't know if y'all heard that. But you want to know the tea? I was lazy. I didn't feel like doing my hair. That's the only reason why I locked my hair. Well, that's the only reason why I locked my hair. I mean, I just have to be honest here. So when I started my lock journey, I was in school. I'm getting ready to go back to school. I just got out. I just got my associates in biology, so I'm going back for my bachelor's. But yeah, anyway, so I was in school. I had a full workload. Like, I think I had like 13 hours, and I just got really tired of doing my hair. So I was just like, oh my god, like I was keeping it in braids because most of the time during the week I didn't really have time to be trying to do my hair because I was in school taking a chemistry class, I think I was taking like lit and another two classes, and it was really a heavy load that semester. It was really nerve-wracking, and so I didn't really have a lot of time to focus on anything else, especially with me going to the gym. So, and I had a job, so we're talking about class, work, then gym. By the time I get home, it's 9-10 o'clock. I need to do my homework. Like, I don't need to be trying to focus on doing my hair. And my weekends were mostly filled with me doing schoolwork as well. So I really didn't have enough time to do my hair. Like, it was like I had to literally shift stuff around and make room to be able to do my hair. And I just kept it braided up. That way I could do it like once a month. Like, that's how bad it was. So when my friend Jaleesa was talking about locking her hair, I was like, that may be a very good alternative, because I refuse to put the creamy crack back in my hair. I did not want to do that. Before, I've taken 2 natural hair journeys, and on my second one, before my second one, I ended up relapsing because my mama was whispering dirty secrets she was whispering dirty things in my ear, talking about, get a relaxer, your hair looks so pretty, relaxer. And so she convinced me, so I was like, okay. And then when I got the relaxer, I hated it, so I had to transition back. So I wasn't natural for long my second go around before I locked my hair. I think it was like 2 years in. Yeah, I was 2 years natural. And before I started my lock journey, I actually trimmed a lot of my hair off because my split ends got out of hand. So I had to let go of all that length. Like, if I was treating my hair right like I was supposed to and trimming like I was supposed to, my locks would probably be way longer than this. But I really had to trim a lot off my hair. And don't get me wrong, my hair has grown a lot, because when I first started my lock journey, my lock stopped right here. So all this right here was non-existent. Was that glitter? I knew I saw something on my lip, but I thought I was tripping. But yeah, all that right there, honey, that was non-existent. So yeah, girl, that was the main reason why I started my lock journey, because I'm a lazy natural. And I'm a lazy natural, and I just didn't have the time to maintain my hair loose. And so I felt like this was a good way to still have natural hair. And you know, it'll be low maintenance, but it still be presentable. Yeah, that's how you word that right there. Okay, next question. Coily Dawn. Hey girl, I love you. I love you. What's the hardest thing about maintaining the locks? Was it hard to adjust to them? The hardest thing about maintaining them, what is the hardest thing about maintaining them? I mean, because it's really such a seamless process. Well, I guess I can say the hardest thing about maintaining them is trying to prevent buildup, because it's really easy to get buildup if you use the wrong things or if you use the right things too often. So say for instance, we don't really use conditioners like that, like leave-in conditioners, because of buildup. We don't really use creams like curl creams or anything like that because of buildup. They encourage us not really to use gels because of buildup. Like, it's just a lot of things that I had to let go of transitioning into a locked natural. So I think that was probably the hardest thing about maintaining the locks, because what we don't want is buildup. Like, buildup get right in the bulb of your lock and it just hide out, and so you don't really pay attention to it when you're watching it, but when you're washing it. So if you don't really pay attention to it, then it can just build up. It can mold up. Your hair can definitely mold up. You don't wash it enough and stuff like that. Like, I learned that from my brother. He was freeforming his hair for 3 years, I believe, and he just started to retwist this year. His buildup was horrible. Like, you could tell, like, he half washed his hair, and he couldn't really get into his scalp because it was almost like it was just all one big lock. It was like all stuck together, so that was really hard for him to maintain. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't have me in his life, he probably would still be like that. But like, once I started to separate those locks and make them their own, ooh, I gotta see if I have some pictures of that build up, cause honey, it was serious. Do you hear me? I was like, how you walking around like this? How are you walking around like this? You don't know this is in your hair, you know? It was crazy. But okay, you also asked, was it hard to adjust to them? At first, yeah. But surprisingly, I never had a thought about taking them out. I've always trusted the process. I've always looked at other locked girls' pages, and I always knew that eventually my hair would lock up. Like, I never compared myself to theirs, but I knew that eventually it was gonna look like how I wanted it to look, you know. But I was really insecure when I first started them. Yeah, especially with my hair being so short, like I mentioned. I was really insecure about it, and I just felt naked, you know. It was just, I mean, going through it is a very good experience. And if you do make it through that stage, you'll be very grateful for it. Ooh, you'll be so grateful just to look back at where you started at, from where you are now. That's why it's important to document it, because you can look back in those pictures and be like, oh girl, it's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. It's coming. It's coming. But yeah, I think that's what made it hard. And I couldn't manipulate my hair like I wanted to. It was just twisted up. But not gonna lie, because I was so busy, I didn't really focus on that. Well, I mean, I was a little self-conscious about what people would feel about the way my hair looked, but I think that was the only thing. But it's just like, once I found God, and I'm not trying to get preachy right now, but once I found God and I came into my identity, I stopped caring what people thought about me. Like, I don't care. I don't care how short you think my hair is. I don't care how ugly you think my hair is. I don't care how ugly you think I am. I don't care how fat you think I am. Like, I just don't care. I've come into myself and I know who I am. So you ain't telling me nothing I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, I feel like DJ Duffy, like Tamar, like it ain't nothing you can say that can break my character down. I know who I am. And it's taken a long time for me to admit that to myself. It's taken me a long time to realize that about myself. Better said. Okay, so next question. Miss Lady Cap. This is also my friend. Hey, sis. I talk to her. She's under every post. She's like one of the most loyal followers, the most loyalist followers I have, and I love her. Okay, Miss Lady Cap, she said, what were your thoughts when your hair was going through each phase, when it was looking rough at first? That seems to be the toughest period and make people want to give up. I watched every step and you made it through. I made it out all right. Sure did. What were my thoughts? I think I elaborated that a little bit on the last question, but basically I felt insecure, stupid insecure. Like, I was really self-conscious. And when I first started, like that first week of me starting my LOC journey, I actually kept a scarf on. Like, I actually kept a scarf on because I was like I didn't feel comfortable in it, because the only time that I wore a twist was at the house when I was doing a twist out, like excuse me. But well, I'm not going to say that, because I used to wear my twist out from when my hair was longer, but it's just the fact that I had to cut my hair off. And so ever since I cut my hair off, I actually didn't wear a twist like I did when my hair was longer. And so I was really insecure about that, because I felt like it didn't fit my head, my little chunky head with my chunky cheeks. Like, I was like, baby, my face too fat for this. And I felt real bald headed, like bald head, scallywag, ain't got no hair in the bag. Like, that's really how I was feeling. And so but eventually, like week after week, month after month, I grew into it. I remember going out with my friend for St. Patrick's Day. It was that Saturday after I started my LOC journey. It had been a week after, and I still felt a little insecure about it back then, but it's just the fact that I actually went out with my hair like that. That was really a big milestone for me, because I was so insecure about it. Whew, I was so insecure about it. And just the fact that I went out like that, like, I was like, girl, you did it. You did it. Like, nevertheless, you know, I had my face beat, honey. But like, that was really a milestone for me. When it was looking rough at first, that just seems to be the toughest period. And it was. It definitely was. Because like I said, I was thinking too much about what people thought about me. And I feel like that's really what gets us the most. It's thinking about what others may feel. But it's just like, you don't have no control over what I'm doing. You ain't paying my bills. You ain't rubbing my feet at night. You ain't cooking me meals. Like, and why should I care or even think about caring about what you may think about me? Because I'll tell you one thing. I bet you won't say it to my face. I'm just But no, seriously, if you really got something bad to say about me, be bad and say it. Like, and I'll give them a dignified response because I'm saved now. But when I first started my LOC journey, you probably wouldn't have got that out of me. Like, just being honest. But yeah, it's just I trusted the process, and so through the whole journey, I just knew where I was going. And this was any journey, like healthy hair journey, weight loss journey, spiritual journey. It's all about trusting the process, because where you're starting off at is not how it's gonna end, or it's not how it's gonna end up. Where you're starting is not your end result. Like, that's why it's called a journey. It's levels. We elevating, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's levels to this stuff. Okay, so my last question, and I've been waiting to get to this one, is by Takaya Michelle. I hope I'm saying your username right. She asked, what are some of the things that you did to keep you on track with your spiritual journey? I love it. I've been waiting to answer a question like this because I just love spreading the gospel. I just love it, you know? What are some things that kept me on track? Well, starting off, I didn't really grow up. Well, I grew up in the church, but I wasn't churchy, you know? I didn't grow up like that. And when I was in my teenage phase, I definitely strayed away from God's light. But we're not gonna go into detail about that. So you would think that it would be kind of hard. Oh, and that just reminds me of something that my spiritual father said. But you know what? It is hard. I'm not even gonna front like it's easy. It is hard. It's very hard to give up everything that you thought that you knew. And that includes your vices, your mindset, the bad influences around you that you call your friends, like stuff like that. It's very hard to give that up, and it's very hard for people to understand why you have to. But you have to realize that you're on this journey, like you're doing this for the betterment of yourself. Now, either they can get with the program or they can get on. Like, them the only two options, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna realize that a lot of people don't, or is not really going to support you when you're going through this journey. But the things that kept me on track was realizing that I will never be perfect, and everybody falls short of his glory. So don't you ever think that there's anybody with a perfect bone in their body, because they're not. Even all these saints that you grow up in church with, you thinking they doing everything right, baby. Don't ever judge a book by its cover, because they're not. But realizing that our God is a forgiving God, and he literally forgives you of everything. I was told today that the only sin that may be unforgivable is blasphemy, but the only thing that pleases God is believing in him. Whew. Believing in him. When I tell you a shift, ooh, I feel him right now. A shift in your life. I feel his presence right now. Ooh, it's getting heavy. But you have to genuinely believe. You cannot put on a show. You have to genuinely want that relationship with him. And everything else will follow. When I realized that I wanted him to be my Lord and my Savior, I started going to church more regularly. So I I think I kind of just like, I don't know, it was like baby steps into it. Like I had this church that I went to often. Like I graduated high school from that church and everything. And so when I realized that I wanted to give my life over to God, I looked at their live videos, because they had live videos on Sundays and Wednesdays, but I just looked at them on Sundays, you know, while I was at the house. And then I realized, like, the more that I looked at those live videos, the more I wanted to actually be there. And so, excuse me, I hiccup all day. I don't know why. I don't know, but it's annoying, like. But anyway, so yeah, the more that I looked at the live videos, the more I actually wanted to be there. So I started going to church every Sunday. But I started off in the balcony, you know. I started going by myself. And then I just got to the point where it just seems like I got closer and closer and closer to the altar. And then one day my apostle, he presented an opportunity to get baptized. And so I did, because I felt like I was ready for it, and I did. And woo, after I got baptized, 360, like. And most Christians won't admit this, but even after you get baptized or you get saved, like, there is still room for mistakes. Like I was still making mistakes after. It's like, because like I said, it's just hard to get in the motion of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to, you can't just throw yourself out there like cold turkey, you know what I'm saying? And that reminds me of something that my apostle said. He said, when we get saved, that's when the rebellion comes out. Like, things get bad before they get good, is basically what he was saying. He was saying all those things you ingested, that mindset, those vices, everything that's not healthy for you, everything that you ingested, you gotta throw it back up. So it's coming, just like it went in, it's coming right on back out. So yeah. So I feel like when it comes to his people and the situation that he deal with, they go through a stage of rebellion, it seems like, before they fully commit, if that makes any sense. But I understood it because I also did it. So it's just keeping yourself on track, is realizing how forgiving he is and how graceful he is. Just realizing that you don't have to be perfect in order for him to love you. He loves you regardless of all that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you do. And that's no matter what you do. There's no sin that's too big, and they all equal up the same. Like, there's almost nothing you can do. It's just realizing that he's faithful no matter what. That'll keep you on track. And even when you do things that you know isn't right, you're able to give it to God and he'll forgive you of it. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, child. My eye was itching. But yeah, girl, he'll forgive you of all that. It don't. Oof. God is the most forgiving person I know. Some things that I've done in life, I know won't ever be forgiven by the people that I've done it to. But just knowing that there's somebody that you can give all your problems to and he'll solve them. Let him do all the work. Because at the end of the day, you are not in control of your life. He is. And if you try to be in control of your life, he will step back and be like, oh, well, you think you got it? I'm out. Like, that's how he works. You know what I'm saying? So, just that whole spiritual journey, you know, like at first I'm going to church. I didn't really understand why I had to, didn't really pay attention. But it's just like the more you long for him, the more you understand. The more you understand. The more you are willing to understand, the more you are willing to listen, the more you are willing to apply everything that you're hearing to your life. And once you apply everything that you're hearing to your life, because you cannot just be a hearer of the word, you have to also be a doer of the word. Otherwise, it's redundant. So once you start applying those aspects to your life, watch it go up. I have to say, like, it hasn't been long. When I got baptized, that was in October. So October, November, December, January, February. Man, I can't even name out all the blessings that been bestowed upon me. Like, it's been a very great journey. It's been the best one I've been on so far. So I hope that answered your question, because when I talk about God, I can talk about him for a good little minutes. I get long-winded. So yeah. That was my last question. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I've been wanting to do a Q&A because sometimes I just have those days where I just like to talk, and I'm real goofy, so I like to let my personality slide on through sometimes. You know what I'm saying? My lips dry. Yeah, I like to let my personality slide on through sometimes. I'm hot. That's why I'm fanning like this. It's this ring light. But whatever day you're watching this, I hope you're having a blessed one, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I don't know if I said that already, but I sincerely do hope you enjoyed this video. And like and comment and subscribe if you want to see more. This is Shea Butter Des signing out.